Hi guys, it's Morgan, and today I'm going to be talking about the second book in the Lunar Chronicles, Scarlett by Marissa Meyer. Now, I did a review on the first book in the Lunar Chronicles, which was Cinder, and was of course by Marissa Meyer, so if you haven't seen that video yet, and you read the book, you can go watch that before you watch this one. If you haven't seen that video yet, and you haven't read the book, there are spoilers in that video as well as spoilers in this video, so if you care about being spoiled, don't watch them. If you don't care, watch them. It's your choice. Now, in case you didn't know, and you probably should because this is the second book unless you haven't read any of the books in the series is a retelling of fairy tales. So Cinder is Cinderella and Scarlett is Red Riding Hood, and then the next book is Crest, and that's Rapunzel, and then there's Winter, and that's Snow White. And then that's the end of the series. But then there's a prequel called Fairest, which is the Evil Queen. And I'll get to all those books in the future. So, here is my review on Scarlett. Starting the book, I felt really sorry for Scarlett because the case was closed on her missing grandmother because there was no evidence of violence or foul play, and the police just suspected that she either committed suicide or left on her own free will. I thought it was cool how they mentioned the ball from Cinder by showing it on the news, but I wasn't a big fan of someone saying that they would have shot Cinder on the stairs. I found it pretty clever that the Street Fighter's name is Wolf, because Scarlett is a retelling of Little Red Riding Hood. I like that we saw Cinder escaping her jail cell, because when the first book ended, it ended while she was planning to escape, and I, like her, was a little annoyed by Captain Thorn. And I thought it was cool that she was able to use her lunar powers to get him to leave her alone, whether or not she actually meant to use them. I felt a little sorry for Scarlett's dad when he told her that the people that took her grandma made him torture himself in order to get information out of Scarlett's grandma, but she wouldn't say anything. After I found out what a coward Scarlett's dad was, I kind of felt less sorry for him. I thought it was a good idea that Cinder used her lunar powers on the people that saw her and Captain Thorn escape, because even though she didn't want to, if she didn't, they would have been caught, and that would not have been good for anyone. I feel really sorry for Prince Kai. He's hurt because he thinks Cinder glamoured him to make him like her, when in reality Cinder didn't even know she was a lunar until near the end of the first book. I really liked that even though Prince Kai agreed to send military reinforcements to go find Cinder and Captain Thorn, he was hoping that they wouldn't be able to find them. It was also very clear that Prince Kai was very jealous of Captain Thorn being with Cinder, which was cute. I felt bad for Scarlett about her missing grandmother, and I understand that she was upset, but just because Wolf had the tattoo that her father said that one of the people who was torturing him had, doesn't mean that he was involved in kidnapping her. Later we found out that he sort of was, but not really, but that's beside the point. But I think she should have just talked to him instead of just accusing him right off the bat. After Captain Thorn found out that Cinder was a lunar, he didn't want to help her anymore, but then Cinder reminded him how if it wasn't for her, he would still be in his jail cell, and that everyone thinks that he's her accomplice anyway, so he agreed to help her, which was nice. And he also saved her. I felt bad for Scarlett when she realized that her father knew that he was bugged and was willing to risk Scarlett's life in order to save his own. And I know Scarlett didn't want to believe it. While I was reading this part of the book, I was very sure that her grandmother was hiding something. And of course she was. I felt really sad for Prince Kai when he decided that whatever he felt for Cinder was over, because he thought Cinder glamoured him to make him like her, when in reality she didn't. They actually did like each other. I think they get reunited in Crest, so I'm hoping that when that happens, all that is resolved. I was really happy for Cinder when she was able to bring Aiko back by putting Aiko's ID chip into Captain Thorn's ship. That was great. Because Aiko was really, besides Cinder's stepsister Peony, who was the only one that was nice to her, Aiko was the only friend Cinder had. I like that Scarlett was defending Cinder even before she ever met her. When Scarlett met Ran, I was very suspicious of him, considering Wolf was on edge when he saw him. I wish that when Cinder told Aiko that she was a lunar, that she would have also told Aiko that she was Princess Celine, And I also wish that she would have told Captain Thorne that she was Princess Celine, because she did ask him if he believed that the princess was still alive, and he said he did. So you could have told him right then and there, but no. I knew Rand was suspicious because he's part of the Order of the Pack, that was the group that took Scarlett's grandmother, and he's also Wolf's brother, and they don't get along at all. When Wolf told Scarlett that the reason the Pack kidnapped her grandmother was because they're looking for Princess Celine and they suspect that she might know something about her, it clicked in my head that Scarlett's grandmother must be Melissa Benoit, who was the woman that Cinder was given to when she was a child and after she had escaped to Earth. There were a few moments in the book where you could sort of tell that Wolf and Scarlett were developing feelings for each other, so I thought it was really cute that they kissed at the end of chapter 23. I was really surprised when it was revealed that Wolf was a lunar and that he was kind of on the bad guy side, but I still believed that he really did care about Scarlett. I hate Cinder's stepmom and her stepsister Pearl when they told Prince Kai that Cinder had stolen Peony's ID chip, and the reason that the stepmother gave was because Cinder was jealous of her stepsisters when that wasn't true. Peony was the only one who was nice to Cinder, so she wanted the ID chip so she could have a piece of her, because it didn't belong to anyone else but her family. I was really happy when Scarlett got to talk to her grandmother, and then upset when it was revealed that it wasn't her grandmother at all, and it was actually Rand disguised as her grandmother. Another reference to Little Red Riding Hood when the wolf disguised himself as Red Riding Hood's grandmother. It was nice that Cinder automatically remembered Scarlett's grandmother's house as the place where she had been hidden. When Wolf slipped Scarlett the ID chip in her cell, I knew he wasn't a bad guy. I was happy that Cinder was able to escape getting captured, but I also felt sorry for her because she blamed the death of the policewoman on herself. It was a really sweet moment when Scarlett was reunited with her grandmother, and now, thanks to her grandmother, Scarlett knows that Cinder is Princess Celine. It was really cool when Cinder and Captain Thorne saved Scarlett from Wolf, even though Wolf wasn't going to hurt Scarlett, but they had no way of knowing that. It was really exciting when Scarlett and Cinder were finally together. I was waiting for this moment the entire book. I know he thinks it's the only way to end the attacks, but when Prince Kai accepted Queen Lavernia's marriage proposal, I was pretty upset. I'm glad that Captain Thorne and Aiko finally know that Cinder is Princess Celine, and I thought it was nice that Wolf told Cinder that she could practice her lunar abilities on him, and that he called her his true queen and pledged his loyalty to her. I thought it was really cute that when Scarlett told Wolf that if he had an alpha female to protect, his instinct to protect would be greater than his instinct to kill, and they both decided that Scarlett would be his alpha female. So cute. I was really proud of Cinder when at the end of the book she told Aiko what she was planning on doing. I'm going to let Wolf train me. I'm going to become stronger than she is. She flipped the chip again. It was awkward at first, making sure the fingers in the illusion moved just how they were supposed to, but the joints flexed and moved at the right time. I'm going to find Dr. Erland, and he's going to teach me how to win against her. Then I'm going to track down the girl who programmed this chip, and she's going to tell me everything she knows about Luna and its security and all the Queen's secrets. Click, click, click. And then I'm going to stop hiding. Well, thanks for watching the review, guys. Let me know in the comments what you thought about Scarlett, if you read it. And if you haven't read it, let me know if this video maybe made you want to read it. A little bit of advice, if you are going to read Scarlett, I would read Cinder first, since that's the first book in the series and Scarlett's only the second book. So if you read Scarlett first and you haven't read Cinder, you would be very confused. Anyway, thanks for watching again. And it might be a while before I do the review on Cress, because at the moment I don't actually have a copy of Cress. But the end of the month, June 30th, is my 21st birthday, so I have mentioned to someone that I might want that for a birthday present. So we shall see. Bye.